Long showers are a great thing, but boy, do they waste water, especially in California where prices are going up because there's just not enough water. But Alicia, it looks like Rainstick, it looks like you guys have a really cool solution. Why don't you tell us what a circular shower is?
Yes, totally. I'm happy to. So, as you mentioned, Rainstick is North America's first circular shower. What it is, so think about Rainstick rather than your traditional shower hardware. Think about Rainstick more like an appliance or a system. So Rainstick actually, just like your shower today, brings in grid-supplied water, except instead of going down the drain, which a traditional shower does, we actually recapture that water and we cleanse it in real time for the duration of the shower. So we're using that drop about 6 times, but at the same time, there's a 3-stage cleansing process that removes any sort of bacteria and viruses. But also, one thing that we realized at the very beginning through the product development process was that consumers want low maintenance. So Rainstick is also very low maintenance. Happy to go into that and explain a little bit more detail for anyone who's interested.
Well, I am. Tell us what it means, because
totally.
That's a huge deal to me, is to have to replace a filter or something like that. I won't do it, right?
Totally.
And then a problem.
Totally. Okay, so the 3-stage cleansing, this is how it works. So as water goes down, and you can see behind me is actually the system here, the first level is a micron filter. So that doesn't need to be replaced. That is something that removes larger debris, hair, sand, dirt. The second stage of cleansing is this tiny amount of water that we are bringing in. It is hot water. There is no heater in the system. We are maintaining the temperature while also refreshing the cycle in real time. And then lastly, there is UV LED that addresses any sort of bacteria and viruses in the shower. And at any time, a user can press traditional shower mode by the click of the button, and that puts it back in traditional shower mode and only uses that one drop for one time rather than the circular mode, which is 6 times.
One good thing is you don't have hair and stuff going down the drain, right?
Totally. Exactly. So that is all kept with the first level. The only time intervention has to happen is simply, so kind of like a coffee machine has a to-scaler pod. That is exactly what Rainstick has as well. You open up the system, you do this once a month, and you make sure that you put that pod in. Rainstick is also Wi-Fi enabled, so it notifies a user when it's ready for that cleaning cycle. And then that micron filter, all you do once a month is you just make sure that that's cleaned off if there's any hair, debris, very similar to your traditional shower that you have as well. And that's it. Rainstick is low maintenance for a user, for a consumer, and is actually attainable for a family.
And now, what kind of application do you see this in?
Yeah, totally. So Rainstick makes sense for bathroom renovations as well as new construction projects. Homeowners, we've seen a huge uptake. We launched our pre-sales and we've almost fully sold out for our 2022 production run. But also modular buildings, and really the future of where construction is going with LEED, with green builds. And so this is a space that we're really excited about and we're starting to build.
So from and return on investment, you're showing roughly 5 years. What sort of, cost of water are you assuming, or, what's the initial cost, that sort of thing?
Yeah, totally. So again, this depends on water and energy rates, depending on what municipality that you're in. In a place like California, that payback period would actually be better than 5 years. In a place like where I'm from, in Canada, the Okanagan Valley, where there is also water scarcity, it's Canada's only desert, it's typically about a 5-year payback period. So Rainstick provides a user or of an installed shower typically a $500 to $700 annual savings from the purchase of the shower, and that's because of the energy and water that Rainstick saves.
Yeah, what about the plumber? Does the plumber have to have some special knowledge?
No. So any professional plumber, professional contractor can figure out how to install Rainstick. From an installation perspective, it's actually very similar to a traditional shower hardware installation. The only 2 differences: one, Rainstick now has electrical, so similar to like a bathroom heated flooring, which people are installing, Rainstick has that. But then the other part of that is we have a reservoir that sits subfloor. So it's intended for a tiled surface when you're installing a Rainstick. And as long as you put the reservoir in, so we're able to collect water in that circular mode, other than that, you're good. You can figure it out.
Yeah, I'm always kind of concerned about mixing electricity with water. How is it safe?
Yeah, totally. So Rainstick sits in an IP-rated appliance, And we also maintain UL certification that supports the flow to make sure that there's no cross-contamination. And similarly, we have seen this with bathroom heated flooring, in which we all the time do heat floor in the bathroom. So it's very similar to that.
That makes sense. Now, let's tell us a little bit about your story. You guys just moved back to the Kelowna area, and you have a really neat story, you and your spouse.
Yeah, totally. So it's actually, my husband, Sean, and I, we started Rainstick. Now, this would have been about 5 years ago, but Sean and I, we actually originally met, it would have been over 10 years ago at a sustainability film festival. So I guess you could say our interests aligned. We knew we really wanted to do something where business and the planet intersect, because the environment is truly something that we're passionate about. Myself, I have a climate change, master's in climate change. Sean, he's an energy manager, worked for Fortune 500 companies for 10 years. We came together and we said we need to do more, particularly in places as water scarcity grows. And so about 5 years ago, we put our heads together, and that's really how Rainstick Shower started.
So when will these be available?
So pre-orders are live. You can go to rainstickshower.com and you can pre-order your Rainstick. Rainsticks will be delivered over the next 9 months in North America. Anyone else, if you're outside of North America, you can sign up to our wait list and we'll let you know when Rainstick is available in your region.
And how in the heck are you guys manufacturing them? Are you going to a third party or what?
Yeah, so we have a manufacturer we're working really closely with in Ontario. So these are Canadian assembled. That's something that's really important to us right now for the stage that we're at, and we're working really closely with them to make sure that people get systems in the hands in late 2022.
Well, if they're from Canada, they'll be high quality. So Alicia, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Hey, thanks so much. Really appreciate it.
Thanks.